Okay. Good evening, everyone. Today is Tuesday, March 14th. We're here for Village of Airmont Architectural Review Committee. We have Chairperson Robin Lukens, members Shimon Blumenberg and Pincus Glauber. The agenda tonight is the Kosher Hive at 250 Route 59. It's for the exterior renovations and a new sign plan where the old ShopRite used to be. And we have the application renderings, the architectural checklist and site plan. And I believe for the applicant, the attorney is Mr. Conway. How are you, Kevin?
Good. Nice to see you tonight again.
You too.
Again.
Hello, everyone again.
Hello.
And our subset of our larger board. Nice to see everyone.
Yes.
And with that, I'll just go through basically the important things are just to note that the applicant now is the new tenant of the former ShopRite space, which is good because I know everyone's always concerned when there's empty space as to whether or not, what it may turn into in the future. But it's a similar commercial shopping use to shopping use. It's basically turnkey as far as the space goes. The former ShopRite space is it's going to be just renovated slightly, what I would consider. No structural issues, no amended site plan, anything that would trigger that to go back to the full planning board. Merely, they're going to replace the ShopRite signs with new signs with regard to the Kosher Hive. One sign would be placed over the front entrance and one placed on the side of the building facing Route 59. The sign will say the Kosher Hive in Pantone colored lettering, and the sign over the entrance will also include the words Goodness Inside. The total width of the proposed sign is about 28.5 feet, and the height is about 8 feet. It'll be surrounded by a green ocean tropic background, and a rendering of the sign and the remodeled front portion of the building were provided, except the last page, I believe, in the materials. But we included photos of the existing building, exterior, and the front elevation, as well as the existing side.
Yeah, this page.
The sidewall, yes. And my copy is just black and white, but the colored copies and what's proposed, it's just a slight change. It's a little more updated from what you'll see with buildings now than what was the old ShopRite front exterior. But other than that, there's no structural issues, and the applicant, I think the color scheme fits in the existing neighborhood, and it's not something so different that like sometimes you'll see these self-storage warehouse projects where they go with crazy colored lime green doors, lime green. You see some really, and it's meant to attract people as they're driving by on a highway, but it attracts it, but it's unsightly in the neighborhood. So I think this color scheme and what the materials they wanted to use, I think are nice. They're probably a little more updated and not as stark as what currently sits. And the good thing is that they have a tenant that's coming in that's turnkey, and it's not just going to be wasted empty space, which deteriorates, and it's kind of been that way for a while. So I think this is a good addition to the neighborhood. It's in a great location. The amount of parking and everything else that's there with the existing traffic light and everything else, just from a planning perspective, I think makes sense, and it's not going to drastically alter or change the function of the traffic modalities, the walking to the location. It's probably best situated because I've had other applicants like this, that smaller version where they go into a strip mall, and if it doesn't have a large tenant or a tenant that's going to generate a lot of foot traffic or motor vehicle traffic, it can create a lot of problems. I've had other projects like this with kosher stores in parts of Muncie or Spring Valley that were not ideally situated to the location, but I think this one really will do that, and I think it will attract a lot of customers that potentially would otherwise not even think to shop in a kosher supermarket. So I think it'll be a nice addition to the neighborhood. And with that, I wanted to see if the board had any concerns, questions, or comments, because certainly the applicant doesn't want to put something there that the board would be diametrically opposed to, or that if there's a better if there's any other substitute, either materials or even substitute coloring that the board otherwise might suggest.
Can I say something, make a comment, or Suzanne?
Yeah, go ahead,
Okay.
go ahead.
No, I just want to say that in general, I find that all these, the things that have been coming to us in general over the last few months are definitely an improvement over the old structures. You know, they're really modernizing things. And I think it's beautiful what they're doing.
I also had another question, actually. I'm sorry, you finished, Robin?
No, that's it. Yeah,
Oh,
I
okay.
just want
Facing the 59. I was reviewing, actually, I saw it. They had the name, but can you share the picture? Is it possible?
I can put it, can you share your screen, Kevin, or no?
No, Mendy, I don't know if Mendy's on, but he
Okay.
probably can.
Yeah, Suzanne, share screening is, sorry, screen sharing is disabled.
Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, wait, I can do it. Hold on. Just so you know, when we talked about this application in CDRC this morning, the sign locations are exactly where the old ShopRites were. ShopRites were more of a circular motion.
Right, I'm just looking to see maybe we can improve it, looking to make like a little more.
You're talking about where the arrow is, where Mendy has the arrow?
Yes, I was questioning that if there would be maybe like the same greenery around it, the same like in the front. So it'll give it more like a uniform as the same as the front and the side. That's going to be facing the 59 instead of just the Hive.
Right. It's a good idea. Yeah, it's true. I mean, if they have, we should really find out if they have a specific logo that they're going to be using consistently. If that's what it is, they should do that. You're right.
I think
So
it
this-
is, but we'll have to
This is the
double check.
logo.
Yeah, I think it
This
is.
is the
So I'm
plan
saying that
logo.
that
It's-
teal
Okay.
green
So
is,
you're looking
is-
at that ocean tropic green color B Benjamin Moore down
Yep.
on the bottom next to the old ShopRite sign. The renovation details are down there. That's the color you're talking about, Jimin, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And you're saying, just so I understand, to take it all the way,
to the
not
front.
just what's there, but for the
It
entire.
it should be pretty much. I think, in my opinion, it should.
I think it's a good idea. Yeah.
All
Okay.
right. So you'd like to see it consistent from the side to the front to include.
And there's a
the
lot,
ocean
you know, I
tropic.
have to, yeah, Shimon has a great idea there, and there's more contrast in it also, so you're going to really notice it more.
Yeah, it's true. Right now, you don't.
It'll stand out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
idea.
If I may, Shlomo Morris is in charge of this job. Shlomo, do you mind unmuting and giving your opinion?
Yes, hi. So hi, my name is Shlomi Mars. I was trying to have the designer on today, but he's not on. We were trying to keep the side of the building. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we're trying to keep the side of the building as much as close as it was originally to give it like a soft look. We didn't want to
upgrade. We want to upgrade
green
it. We want to
color.
upgrade, not keep it the same. We want to upgrade it.
Right, that's what the designer felt. He was trying to bring out just in the front of the building that sharp look with the wood, but on the side he was trying to keep it as a more of a calm look, not having it so sharp.
Yeah,
the
but I think
logo will
it's
be
kind
the
of too
Hive.
calm.
Yeah, the logo will be the Hive lettering. That's the name of the store. We could definitely add some coloring there, but that's what he felt. Sam is from Off the Wall. He was the designer for the whole project.
Well, it's ultimately what the ARC, I think.
Are you saying that Sam
Yeah.
is off the wall? That's the name of his company.
Yeah.
I saw that. Sorry, couldn't
Penny,
resist.
you have anything, Penny?
I think, if they propose this and they like this, it matches into the neighborhood, they're not proposing any change. I think, it's perfect. Not much change. It's also sometimes good to leave the old things a little bit in place to remember. It's a great idea, Shimi, but my opinion is it's good as the way it is.
Okay.
You want to take a vote on it or what?
Well,
I mean,
whatever,
if some-
whatever you want, you're the ARC.
All right, so I'm just saying, like, I really think that he pointed out a good thing, because honestly, it's kind of blah. I understand you want it to be calm, but I think if you want, it's a new place going in, it's not a known name, you know, it's not like a chain or something. And you want people to notice that, especially because that shopping center, you can only go in one side. I mean, you know, it's restrictive as far as where you go in and where you go out, you know, which direction you're pointing onto 59, et cetera.
Okay.
Right, that's the
So
side of the
if
building.
you don't want
effectively.
somebody, let's say, to put it into their GPS or their, you know, their Waze or whatever, and like miss it because they were looking for a certain sign and they just didn't see it.
Right, but if you look in the big stores, like on Target, on Route 15, on the other side, but the other exit, they also have on the side of the building just their logo and not the full color.
Right, but everybody knows Target. They're not a new store. You know, you could see Target from a mile away.
Right, that's
And
the side of the
Walmart
building. That's
I
I don't know if you know
the
which,
side is the front of the entrance. The side is showing the street, the main
right,
street.
the side is exactly what the road traffic is going to see.
On the
Right,
other
but
hand,
when-
it's hardly visible from the 59. Happens to be, I mean, I drive by every single day. I never knew there's a ShopRite logo on the side of the building until I started working on this project.
Right.
So
No, that's true. I'm the same. I would agree. I knew the ShopRite was there, but it was not because there was a big sign or a big. And I think this will be kind of the same thing, that everyone's going to know it's there. I mean, they could. The lettering could be a little bit larger, but if everyone felt it wasn't large enough, but I think it's. What's the dimensions on the lettering, Mendy?
You can see how it looks. Actually, it's just a couple of clicks of a button and the art and the graphics.
actually, I do have the sign specs. 1 second.
Okay.
I don't know if you all saw that this is an illuminated sign,
Oh, okay, I guess we
correct,
missed that.
Wendy? I believe it says it on the plan, illuminated.
yeah,
Yes, it does say illuminated.
So it will.
One second, I'm gonna pull up the. I'm gonna pull up the sign
illuminated
plan.
channel letters. The high part. And I think that's how ShopRite was. I honestly didn't know.
How long is that? How old is that sign hanging up there for, Suzanne?
Oh
My gosh, a long time.
I think
Longer
I
than
think
I've
it's
worked
time
at
for
the
an
village.
upgrade. I think it's time for an upgrade.
Yeah, it is time for an upgrade. I agree. Well, do you want me to take a vote on it? Do you want to discuss it further? Do you want to?
All right, let's just hear everybody's opinion. Let's just, you know, kind of go over it one more time.
I
Shimon?
mean,
I said I voiced my opinion already.
Okay,
okay,
I
so
just
you
want to
would
make
like-
sure that you haven't changed your mind.
No.
So you'd
Okay.
like to see the ocean tropic green that's on the sign inside the shopping center on the same color on the side, correct?
Yes.
Okay, Penny,
Well, I think
you
I mean,
would
it would be nice
like to keep it as it is?
I think if someone proposes something that's really looking good, it's not bad, it matches into the area, why make them work harder and change it? And I like it that way. I mean, it says the same, you barely see the sign anyway from coming down 59. That's the only way to enter it. So I don't think I would recommend to change anything. I mean, if they want, good for them, kudos to them, it'll be nicer, but you know, I wouldn't, I'm okay with this.
Okay. And Robin,
And
I don't know.
I'm going to go with Shimon. I think it's not a huge difference to change it. It's not a big, you know, we're not telling you to rearrange everything. And I think it'll be beneficial to them.
Okay.
Would we have to come back to another ARC meeting, or can we do that conditionally?
I would think you could do it conditionally, correct, Robin?
I think so. I think so.
Would
It's
you
really,
want
I
to
mean,
just would you want to just see a quick rendering of that side with the green behind it, just to be sure before they do it? Like, could you do that, Mendy, or have the company do that so they could just see?
Email it to us.
Yeah. Well, I'll email you a rendering. I'll have them update and I'll email it to you.
okay.
And then
that
I'll
should be
just
fine.
circulate it, confirm,
Mhm.
and that should be, you know.
Perfect.
Mhm.
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay. Yeah, that way at least everyone can say we've seen both.
Yeah, and then I'll just get the
Consensus.
I'll just ask for each of your opinions again when you see the color behind it on the side. If it's the same, it's the same opinion. If it's different, we'll go with what you all say.
Great.
Is that fair enough?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, and the reason they have to go to planning board is because the dimensions of the letters are beyond the code. And I believe ShopRite's might have been too, but it's
Yep.
been so clear. They probably.
It's
They were
grandfathered.
probably grandfathered in.
Yeah, exactly.
Or they
Louis
might
says
have
it's
gone
roughly
many
the same
years ago,
size.
who knows?
They were there before there was a Village of Vermont.
Oh, so that would
They
have been the
were.
town of Ramapo. Okay.
I understand. Okay, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, but I don't know what the code was back then, so I have no idea.
Yeah.
All right, so it's really once you do your coloring piece, when they do go to the planning board, I'll give them the memo, and then they can see what you all decided and decided on, and then they'll look at the dimensions of the sign.
Makes sense.
Just so I understand it correctly, you want me to change the whole thing to that color, or just like the top part of it to match the front?
Match the front.
Again, sorry?
I think the question is, and correct me if I'm wrong, sir, is do you want him to just do the top portion, the green, like but from the top to just under the hive, or that whole gray area? To be green?
Whatever. Can we go back where it showed
You like the first one.
And
Yeah,
did
I
you
just
show
wanted
the
to-
front one?
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
See how the front one, the green, it's cut off because you have the windows. Do you want it to
Right.
just be like that, the top portion?
Okay, you know what? I think again, I don't know what's going to be easier for them. I'm not trying to make it a burden on them. So maybe they can decide whichever is easier and send us both just in case or whatever, but
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so you'll send the rendering of the two, either the whole thing, the oceanic green, or just the top half, and then
Yeah,
and then
I think
I
it probably
think
makes
just
most
the- I
sense
think
just
just
to
the
do
top
just to
half
do the
will-
top.
I
Yeah,
think
just
the
this
top
area makes
half
more
will be
sense.
enough. Yeah,
Yeah, just the background behind the letters, not the whole
because
thing.
otherwise I think it might be too overwhelming.
yeah, it might be too bold.
Yeah,
Right.
I think
Shimon,
it'll
do you
stand
agree
out.
with that?
And I think it'll also stand out again more.
Yeah, it should be, yeah.
And Penny,
Yeah.
I know you didn't want to change it, but if you changed it, are you okay with the top half?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so then just send me the rendering. I'll circulate it to the board. Then I'll do the minutes, send it to everybody so you have it when you submit for planning board.
Okay. Makes sense.
Mhm.
Great, thank you.
And
Okay.
Shimon, you better not change your mind if you see the full thing.
1 minute. What day is it going to be when I get an email? It depends on the day. No. No.
Troublemaker.
Okay. All right,
All right.
thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks,
Good night.
everyone.
Thank you.
Okay,
Have a nice
have a good
night.
evening. Take care.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You too.